Namaskara. Seeking blessings from the gurus and legends in the panel, and also to the co-presenters, I humbly present the paper on character depiction in Natya. First of all, understanding Natya. It's generally defined as a combination of nritya, the dance, the geya, the vocal rendition of lyrics, and vadya, the instrument. And according to Abhinaya Darpana, Natyam tan natakam chaiva pujyam purva kathayutam. So Natya and Nataka, which has some traditional story for its theme, is an adorable art. That's what I understand. And Simha Bhupala, in his 16th century work in Kannada, titled The Lasya Ranjana, he has told that Natya consists of 4 kinds of Abhinaya, the Angika, Vachika, Aharya and Satvika, which is very useful for in Natya. And in fact, Lasya Ranjana happens to be the 7th chapter of the Sangeeta Ratnakara of Sharna Deva of the 13th century. And Dhananjaya, in his 10th century work Dasarupaka, he notes that Avasthanukrutim Natyam, so depicting the different states of the bhava in Natya, is Natya. And Bharata in his Natya Shastra describes in detail as to how character depiction can be made more authentic by right selection of costumes, ornaments, makeup and stage properties. And in chapter 23, the Aharya Abhinaya, it describes all these essentials. Many of these suggestions holds good even to this day when we produce a mythological dance drama. Also, Bharatamuni suggests that we should make use of our own knowledge, creativity and experience while enacting Natya. So the choreographer has the liberty and should be open to make use of new ideas. So we can understand how Bharatamuni has been liberal also. He gives us the rules and he says, in case your creativity says you can do work more, yes, go ahead, do with it. So that I could note that there. For example, to highlight the character in a given situation, group dances can be used in situations like the Ganas dancing in the Kailasa in front of Shiva and Parvati, the Gopikas during performing dance with Krishna, their beloved, and the beauty of Brindavana and Gokula in all its splendor and so on. The Shastra or the text will not give us rules as to how it should be. It is the creativity of the director, creativity of the artist who is on stage will come up with new ideas and put it across to the audience. So this is where we are following the tradition given to us, but also putting in our thoughts, our feelings into the presentation. And in such sequences, apart from making use of our own classical style of dancing, we can also incorporate the elements of other classical dances and various folk dance styles. And a mention may be made that the dancers also learn the basics of martial art like Kalaripayattu, which can be useful when they are portraying the character of warrior. At this moment, I recall the presentations that I have seen, what Sharadakka and Ambika Akka have choreographed. I had a chance, fortune to be a part of it, and it's always etched in my memory because I never had done any folk steps till then, Akka. I hadn't done. So those couple of folk steps gave me so much more energy to say, oh, Poorna, not just Tattadavu, you can do all this also. So it was one moment where I said, okay. And all my friends in the class, my classmates, Akka, you could do this step. This was what you come out, and I had a chance to change 13 times, Akka, that time. I was portrayed, I came as a Raja, but immediately I came as many years back. So I only remember pressing and ironing and keeping all the costumes ready for the show that time. It was, many years back, in Chaudaya I did it, and it was Ughe Ramana, that is what the presentation kept saying that Ughe Ramana, so kept saying that, and I had to perform for that. So the hard work behind that presentation is more in my memory, and on stage I performed the character and I was off. That's how I recall it, and it was almost 20 years back that I did it. So, and thus it may be noted that primarily Natya consists of a storyline which is depicted on stage through different characters using the 4 elements of Abhinaya. This concept of Natya is consistently carried through a different regional variations of Natya, like the Yakshagana, the Kathakali, the Andhra Natakam, the Tamasha, the mythological plays of professional theatre companies, and even in our Indian cinema, to call it as an extension. Having said this, let me also add that the portrayal of a character in the right perspective with all authenticity is very important factor to a successful presentation of Natya, which calls for a lot of homework. Homework not just for the director or the choreographer, but also for an artist. Only then we are committed to it and we can convincingly portray a character. A literary work will be complete and successful when its author takes care to portray not just the central character, but also the minor ones, which have to be authentic and with an eye of minute details. Likewise, so it is the duty of the choreographer and the artist to do justice to the characters created by the writer while adapting that literature for Natya on stage. And my personal experiences relate to the dance dramas I have taken part as an artist and also few of my choreographic works. In most of the productions of classical dance institutes, we see that female students enact the male characters. And it was even more so when I was a beginner in the classical dance arena. My guru had made out with her experience that I would be very convincing in essaying male character roles. And she took special interest in guiding me to portray roles like Shiva, Bhasmasura, Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, and so on. And that is to say that assigning a suitable role for the artist is a talent in itself for the choreographer. And many of the dance dramas that are presented through Indian classical dances have the Indian mythological stories as its base. Hence, it is imperative for both the choreographer and the artist to have a fair knowledge of the subject that they are working on so that the characters are portrayed in the right perspective. And a good reading of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata Purana, and other such mythological works would do a great deal of help to the choreographer and to the artists who portray these stories through Natya. Kanmani Krishna is a dance drama I produced and choreographed, and the storyboard of this production starts from the birth of Krishna and ends with Krishna becoming the Gitacharya. And in between, many facets of Krishna, such as the adorable baby Krishna, a prankster Krishna, a lover Krishna, a savior Krishna, all these are depicted through lyrics ranging from Krishna Karnamrita, Bhakti literature, the Dasa literature, the modern poetry, and the Bhagavad Gita. The various phases of Krishna's lives were essayed by 4 artists of different age group, starting from a baby Krishna who was just a toddler, who was just about 3.5 years, and then the prankster, who is about 9 years, and then I had the another Krishna who was with the lover, with the scenes which demanded that, and then I performed as the Gitacharya Krishna, where the sattva of Natya is thought, the sattva of the life is thought to Arjuna. And likewise, care is taken that the stages of Krishna are also depicted, in a required movement, required actions are taken. The age is also taken care of the artist and presented there, so that visually it is appealing to even a lay audience, even to the friends or the audience who just know the gist of the stories. And the character changes how it is taken care in Natya. An artist has to be highly skillful in Abhinaya while portraying a character which changes its form dramatically. For example, Putini, a lady who sneaks into the home of Yashoda. She is in a Saumya Rupa, the story in the story, and suddenly she turns into the demonic character after we understand that Krishna sucks all the energy from her and she turns into demon. She retorts. When she retorts, she is not just anymore that Saumya Rupa. So such kinds of movements are also shown. Not just that, one turn back and then I had seen Usha Datar ma'am presenting that. She had the red paste with her, and she turns herself into using all that and make herself look like a demon, and then from Saumya Rupa she turns into the demonic Rupa and then presents it. So same artist has the ability, just with 1 or 2 BGMs she can change her character and do it. So the ability of the artist also is portrayed there. And then the experience of adapting Bharatanatyam is not just for Indian mythological stories. I tried with something like mythologies across the world have the same similarities in the depiction of characters and situations, and they are put into. Margarita is a ballet dancer from Denmark who learned the basics of Bharatanatyam from me, and she actually narrated a story of Norse mythology. The myth of North Germanic people. So in that she is giving, thank you. In that, she gave me information about Balder. Balder is a god in Norse mythology, and he's a son of god Odin and goddess Frigg. And the story of Balder had all the ingredients of a superpower of gods, and yet their vulnerability, their unlimited goodness, their jealousy, their deceit, the happiness and tragic elements. The Navarasas of our dance tradition helped me to a great extent in choreographing this Norse mythology into a dance drama in Bharatanatyam idiom. And of the late, the number of Natya productions have been choreographed and presented on historical characters like the Vijayanagara and the Hoysala dynasty kings, the Jhansi Rani Lakshmibai, Kitturu Rani Chennamma, Amir Khusro, saint poets like Mirabai and Akka Mahadevi, and historical themes such as freedom movement. A choreographer has to be more diligent while creating Natya on historical themes, because a lot of authenticated material will be available on the characters in terms of books, in terms of paintings, sculptures, and also travelogues, and care has to be taken while designing the Aharya aspect of these characters. In case of a production called Swarajya Surajya, it is a production on the independence movement which choreographed for Khadi Utsav at Bangalore. Since I was working with young children and they had to play the role of freedom movement leaders who are still alive in our public memory, I had to be very careful in assigning the roles, selecting the costumes and other accessories that go well with the character, and also help in teaching the young little children the body language of the characters. The use of modern technologies like lighting and other audiovisual equipments have been of great help in depicting a character in dance dramas. The various kind of light fixtures can be used, as Rashmi just told, to highlight or to reduce the depiction of the character on stage according to situations of story. Using a multimedia projector, the photographs, the sketches, or even short videos can be projected to enhance the content. In Kanmani Krishna, a production, we tried to have the aesthetic line drawings. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So we had Panchali, Mahabharata character, and we had the 5 characters like Ambe, Ambalike, Kunti, Gandhari and Draupadi, and showing their trauma using shadow effects. That was one way. Behind the cyclorama screen, we had this production done, showing the memories. And then in Kanmani Krishna, we had line drawings to depict the situations of what is happening in the scenes. And apart from that, yes ma'am, conclusion, out of my personal experience as an artist who has portrayed different characters in various productions and also has attempted as to be a choreographer, I would say in a nutshell that right depiction of a character with immense conviction in this, and depend on the right understanding of the theme and the text, assigning appropriate roles for the artist, suitable Angika, Vachika, Aharya, to bring out the Satvika Abhinaya, which is the crux of any art, and bring it out in the theme, and thereby leading a successful production. It is not just presentation, it is seek oneself within. Namaskaram.
My association with Rasa goes back about 29-30 years to the time when they began. We were among the earliest clients also, and Rasa has helped us tremendously for our children. because at Saraswati Kendra. So what Rasa has done with its movement therapy program is to teach the children self-control. They also develop self-confidence. And if it's just one more class and you tell them that they have to do this, they won't. But doing it under the garb of a dance class makes them extremely happy. Most importantly, this is a wonderful effort of Ambika's, where she has taken her talent and her knowledge to help those who are in need of it. God bless Ambika. I wish you many, many years of greater success.
My greetings to you all. My name is Chandra Prasad and I am the Honorary Director and Co-founder of Pathway. Knowing Rasa and Dr. Ambika Kameshwar has not only enhanced our cultural program with our children who wait enthusiastically to perform these classical dramas on a prestigious platform over the years, but also have captured many a heart. We are extremely honored and privileged to be a partner in her extraordinary journey, which brings out the best in every intellectually disabled child that we serve. Thank you.
Namaskaram. Sadgurubhyo Namaha. A very, very hearty congratulations to my very dear Ambika Kameshwarji for successfully running Rasa for 30 years now. Her legacy continues. Her daughter Poorna is also taking care of Rasa so beautifully. So hearty congratulations to you. May you grow from strength to strength and keep celebrating many more years of success and great work in the field of supporting such wonderfully amazing special children. Love you all.
Music is basically harmony. I think through music we all can come together. Like what Rasa is doing, what I have seen in Rasa, where Ambika is just using love as the tool to share. Music, harmony, love are all very meaningful words in creation.